Hey guys, it's Lindsay from 1BKY Homesteaders, and today I want to talk about what we have in our chicken first aid kit.
Oh, this hasn't been recorded.
Are you serious? So some of the stuff we keep in our chicken's first aid kit is non-stick gauze pads, some vet wrap, we keep gloves, a pair of scissors, Epsom salt, Corid, poultry cell, Vetricin, No-Pec, and hen healer. So I'm going to go through and kind of talk about what we use some of these items for. So Epsom salt can be used to soak hens or a rooster if you have bumblefoot, or if you have a hen that's egg bound. Sometimes that warm water helps relax them a little bit and it's easier for the egg to come out. Anytime we have bumblefoot, we use the non-stick gauze pads. After we soak the chicken's foot in warm water, we will try to see if anything will come out of the bumble. Then we cover it with a non-stick pad, and we do typically either put a little bit of ointment on it, typically spray it off with Vetricin as well. And then I will cover the gauze pad with some vet wrap. So these scissors we get from Harbor Freight. They're 99 cents. I've had this pair for about 3 years. They're still pretty sharp, definitely need a good cleaning, but for 99 cents, you can't really beat it. So we use the hen healer a lot on like combs and wattles, or if there's a small scrape, hen healer works pretty well to cover everything up. Anytime our chickens molt, sometimes they get a little bit curious and they will peck the other chickens. So we put on No-Pec. Typically if we just put it on once or twice, we really don't have to worry about it again. So I use Vetricin a lot. I use it on cats. Whenever I had horses, I use it on horses as well. I think it's a really good product. My vet also recommends Vetricin. So it's a great thing to have. It's good at cleaning off cuts. Some of it has, you can get some of it with steroids in it, and it helps heal things up a lot quicker. Another thing I always have is poultry cell. So if I do have a chicken that is sick, or doesn't look like it's feeling well, typically a little bit of poultry cell with the extra vitamins and minerals that they need will help give them an added boost. Something that I always make sure to have on hand is Corid, because a lot of chickens can get coccidiosis, especially if you get them from hatcheries. And coccidiosis is an internal parasite that attacks the intestinal tract. It's much better to have this and not need it, versus needing it on a Sunday morning when the farm supply store isn't open till later in the day, because the sooner you treat with coccidiosis, the better the outcome you can have. So another thing we always like to have on hand are a small thing of nail clippers. Silkies have this extra little toe, so therefore we always like to keep those on hand just so we can cut it, because it does get long from time to time. It's kind of hard to see, but it does get pretty long pretty quick. So the hen healer works really well for chickens that have big combs and wattles. Does a pretty good job at keeping moisture in as well. So if you know it's going to be cold, putting it on a few days before can help prevent frostbite. Additionally, if you have any cuts or scrapes like on the legs and it might be a little bit leaky, sometimes using the hen healer can help with that as well. So Gladys here has a little bit of bumblefoot, so we need to soak her in some Epsom salt, see if anything will come out of this, and then we need to wrap it. So, but always make sure you wear gloves because bumblefoot is a staph infection. So in some states you can still purchase injectable antibiotics. I'm in the state of Kentucky, so unfortunately you can't. Therefore, if you're in a state where you cannot purchase these injectable antibiotics, you need to have some sort of access to a poultry vet, farm vet. Then that way, in some severe cases of either bumblefoot, or if you have a respiratory illness, you are going to need antibiotics, and you are going to have to get that through a vet depending on where you live. So if you're looking for more information on what to have for your chicken first aid kit, I would highly recommend looking at a lot of hatchery websites. Typically they have bunches of information, and they also list helpful products that they've used in the past as well. So it's always better to have these items and not need them versus needing these items and not having them. It can make for a stressful situation for not only you, but for your flock members as well. So if you're currently a chicken keeper, comment below on the items that you keep in your chicken first aid kit.
And action.
whispering into my soul.